Plumbing for water pipes for residential homes, some commercial applications. Question, when one decides to use a push fitting, there, say for instance, or perhaps even take it a step farther and say it's a mobile home or a modular home, and it may be say 10, 20 years old, perhaps even 30 years old, and there's a water leak and one needs to convert it to PEX pipe. And with the PEX pipe, then at this point, if you can get it, but then you crawl under, say, the trailer, the house, and you notice a gray looking pipe, and one may wonder, well, the gray looking pipe, it looks kind of somewhat similar, but it may have a pinhole leak in it and be spraying out like an aerosol can, or it could have a hemorrhage, but often it would be like an aerosol can because over a period of time it may get pinhole leaks in it. So question, one would like to cut it or lock part of it and add, say, a piece of PEX pipe onto it, or a piece of CPVC, my opinion, preferably PEX pipe. But then one takes a fitting like this, a push fitting, and puts on here, and puts it on this side, and then say the PEX pipe on this side. Well, you do that, you get out, you go, you turn the water back on, and then all of a sudden you notice this side here is leaking. And you begin to scratch your head and you're like, this is not making a lot of sense. This particular pipe here looks like, and it seemed like it fit in here, and the PEX fit in this side, so everything should be hunky-dory, so to speak. However, the water continues just to spray out the sides. So you scratch your head a little bit, you research the internet, and then you discover, well, perhaps that fitting may not be the exact same size. So if it's polybutylene, the old gray pipe, one may need a pipe like this to transition it like this. And if you look closely, one end is gray and the other end is kind of a tannish or a brown looking or a beige looking. So the poly fitting may have the gray look, and the polybutylene pipe is normally gray. So we would, instead of using this particular fitting here, we would dispense with this for the time being, put this fitting here, and if the polybutylene comes in here, this side would be the polybutylene, and this side would be the PEX pipe. So again, if you're dealing with polybutylene, and you will often find this in houses that are 30 years old and older, gray, it's becoming less and less that one encounters this. It would be more, one may be more apt to find this in mobile home trailers, modular homes that are 30 plus years old. And I've heard bad raps on polybutylene. However, if it lasts 30 to 35 years, it's difficult to argue with that. So if it lasts that long, my opinion is I have no problems with polybutylene. The only thing is when you're working with it, you need to be certain to get the correct fittings. This is not the correct fitting. This is the correct fitting. How would I know? Number one, you would look on the bag. Number two, say if you were doing a coupling, you would look on one side would be gray and the other side may be beige. So, and then a close-up here would be, see, one side would be gray, the other side would be beige. So if you were dealing with PEX to PEX, both sides would be beige. Both sides would look like that. But if you're dealing with poly, you have one side that's gray and one side that's kind of beige looking color, or whatever color that may be. So in essence, the diameter on the pipes may be a little bit not exactly the same diameter, hence the leak. So you would, if you're dealing with polybutylene, you need this particular fitting here, push fitting here. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.